The year is 33 AD. Jesus of Nazareth has been executed via public crucifixion. His followers are isolated, hunted by a Roman military apparatus, and targeted by an infuriated religious elite. They hold zero political leverage. They have no stand-in army, no vast wealth, and no institutional backing to shield them from the entrenched power of the Roman Empire. Within a single generation, this handful of individuals dismantled the religious and political structures of the ancient world. They outlasted the very emperors who attempted to erase them. Jesus recruited a specialized team, selecting individuals for their specific operational reach. Analyzing their success reveals a strategic framework for operating effectively under extreme pressure. The apostolic model functioned as a kinetic network. It was designed to project a shockwave of influence across a hostile map. The battle for the human soul is occurring in real time. Surviving it requires an understanding of how this ancient strategic architecture was built. Jesus selected operatives from divergent social spheres, choosing men with conflicting backgrounds and skill sets. By gathering fishermen, a tax collector, and political radicals, the group was calibrated to penetrate influence across every social and economic stratum. The fragmentation of the first-century Roman world parallels our own landscape, suggesting that this ancient organizational model remains relevant for 2026. Selecting 12 men served as a symbolic reconstitution of the 12 tribes of Israel. It was the foundation of an entirely new social identity. Matthew was a tax collector, directly aligned with the Roman regime. To his fellow Jews, he was a traitor, enforcing their subjugation for personal profit. Simon the Zealot stood on the opposite end. The Zealots were political radicals, dedicated to the assassination of Roman collaborators like Matthew. This ideological conflict was a designed feature of the team. Their socio-political profiles plot on extreme ends of the spectrum. Jesus forced these opposing vectors to submit to a unified command structure. Their shared allegiance to him overrode their political hatred for each other. To manage this volatility, a distinct command note was established. Peter, James, and John were granted exclusive situational awareness, such as witnessing the Transfiguration, to serve as structural pillars for the group. The internal friction between these men shattered their social echo chambers. It built a resilient, decentralized network capable of communicating with any faction in the ancient world. In the first century, the Greek term mathetes, or disciple, described a student striving to imitate a master's exact way of life. In this student phase, the 12 men failed. Peter denied knowing Jesus. Thomas doubted the resurrection. In Gethsemane, the entire group scattered. This psychological collapse stripped the men of their ego. It ensured they understood that the mission could not be executed through self-reliance. Their transition from student to active deployment involved a complete shift in orientation. They moved from gathering inward to projecting outward. They became apostolos. An apostolos is an authorized operative, a messenger sent with the full delegated authority of their commander. One historical qualification authorized this transition: a physical encounter with the resurrected Christ. Spiritual authority in this network is forged in failure and activated by the resurrection. Once they were fully authorized, the apostolos executed a global dispersion strategy. Thomas pushed eastward. He established operational theaters in Parthia and pressed deep into the Indian coastline. Andrew breached the treacherous cliffs of Scythia along the northern coast of the Black Sea. Bartholomew penetrated the territory of Armenia, operating in isolation beyond the borders of the Roman Empire. Matthew drove south, expanding the network's reach into the rugged communities of Ethiopia. Plotted on the map, the strategy reveals 12 men simultaneously penetrating the farthest reaches of the known world. The mission was designed for widespread, irreversible expansion from its first day. Historical documentation records the price of holding this territory. The majority of these operatives met brutal deaths. The martyrdom apologetic provides a logical test to verify their sincerity. They faced flaying, spearing, and inverted crucifixion. Andrew is traditionally depicted holding the X-shaped cross used in his execution. A person may die for a lie they mistakenly believe to be true. However, no one willingly endures torture for a lie they know they fabricated. Their absolute refusal to recant under extreme duress provides powerful historical evidence that they actually saw the resurrected Christ. Their deaths served as a final testament, planting permanent markers of their mission in hostile territory. The spiritual landscape of 2026 demands the same rigor. Approaching faith as an individualized, lone wolf endeavor creates a fragile target, easily isolated by cultural hostility. Distributed strength requires a tactical reliance on diverse spiritual roles to create a resilient community. On the left of this split screen, the isolated node burns out. On the right, the connected network shares energy. When targeted, surrounding nodes sustain it. Mapped onto the modern globe, this network logic functions similarly to the geographic expansion of the first-century apostles. Engaging in modern spiritual warfare alone is a liability. The viable path forward is to mirror the collaborative authority of the 12. Analyze your current social circle. Is it a frontline defense, or is it a liability? Abandon the solitary walk and seek a tactical role within a collaborative community. Communal alignment and shared authority are requirements for manifesting the kingdom today. The torch of the apostles was lit by the resurrection and paid for in blood. That torch has been passed to this generation. Will you hold the line? Send in your comments, like, and subscribe to Christ channel for more powerful faith journeys.